Welcome to LovegLew Creations, where we create and design for your inspiration. I'm Felicia. Thank you to all my subscribers for your comments and your compliments. For those that have given me notes and different types of tips, thank you so much. It's all been taken into consideration. So we have something great and wonderful for you today. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's wreath. Okay, so today's inspiration comes from these really cute Santas that I found from AtHome, and I went on ahead and made, I couldn't resist, so I went on ahead and made one of my Santa wreaths, and we're gonna make one today, but I wanted to share with you what I created. So, isn't that cute? Let's see, there we go. So you can really see everything that I placed on him. Now this was created on a 24-inch 24-inch pine base wreath. So, and it has all the embellishments and everything, and adding the sprays on the outside just made it look a lot bigger than what the actual pine base was. And of course adding the ribbon and the embellishments. And all right, so he's covered with red and white embellishments. I wanted to capture his red candy cane stripe chef's shirt with his hat and everything that he was holding. So I decided to embellish him with red and white all the way through. So we have the red poinsettias, we have the red and white jewels and gems, and then the ribbon and so forth. So I think I captured him, trying to get him to look right to camera. I captured him in his essence, covered and surrounded by Christmas greenery as well. So we're going to create something similar today, but it's going to be more of a regal look, and I'm going to show you that Santa. All right, so first things first, let's talk about our wreath ingredients. All right, so we're going to start with our base, which is going to be this 30-inch teardrop swag, pine teardrop swag. I have some really pretty green shiny ferns, and I'm also going to use these really pretty flocked Pics. I got these from Hobby Lobby. I got these from Craftex. Of course, my pine base came from Craftex. And then I have some other embellishments that I want to use, and I use these in my other design that I made on my last tutorial with the flocked Santa. So I like these. I'm going to continue to use these icicles. I have these red and gold icicles that I want to use. Those came from Craftex as well. More Pics from Hobby Lobby. This pretty gem, we're going to add this into our design as well. And I'm going to use some of these gold and green balls, Christmas balls, and make some clusters and add those to him. But I also saved the best for last. I want to show you our Santa. How cute is he? So again, this came from AtHome. And he's got his little hat on with the bell. He's holding some bells, really pretty. But look what's the cutest thing, his breeches. He's got cute breeches on, little pants, and he's, really craftily made very well. He's got his belt on, and I like this one. I wanted to give it a regal look, so I love this, his coat and how it has the gold and green felt and the fur on the end as well. His beard is full and everything. Look at his belt. I think they did a really good job. So I want this wreath to look really regal. So I have this pretty ribbon that I want to use, and we're going to use this. This came from Craftex. I got this from their tent sale, and they have some really pretty stuff. So this is really pretty. It's got the jewels on the green ribbon, as well as this red and gold burgundy ribbon, which matches perfectly with our Santa. All right, so I'm excited to do this one, you guys. All right, so let's see how it turns out. Let's wreath. All right, one more thing. So I found this French horn, and I thought this would be really pretty to add to the design as well. So we may use it, we may not, but I just couldn't resist picking it up. This was on clearance as well. So it's just gonna, I think, add to the regalness of what I'm trying to do with this Santa. All right, so again, y'all know me. I may use all of this, or I may not. But I like to get everything that I need that I think I want to put into my design, have it ready to go. If I use it, I use it. If I don't, I don't. And that's how creatives work. So let's wreath. All right, first things first is we want to make sure that we have, made sure we have a flat surface for our centerpiece, which is going to be our Santa. So what I want to do though, because I need to make this more full around it, and again, this is a 30-inch teardrop swag pine base. So I want to go ahead and add some of our Pics, and I want to add them throughout our base to kind of give it more volume on the outside. And I really like these flocked Pics that I got from Hobby Lobby. So what I'm going to do is just cut them down just a little bit. And we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to add the Pic in. And where we add it, we're going to use the pine ties to tie it in, okay? So cool thing about this is you want to try to tie it around where there is a, I guess an elbow, I don't know, a piece of the pine. Because if you tie it down here, it's easy to slide out, but you can easily glue it on as well. But I like to, you know, do that, try that as well. So let's go ahead and add it, start at the bottom, start at the base, grab some of the pine ties and tie it to our base. And we're also going to glue it to our base. So it's not, that's not all we're gonna do. And y'all know me, my worst fear is my customers to get their design and it falls apart. So what I'm doing also is I'm spreading open the pine pieces, the pine Pics, sorry, the flock Pics, so that it's a little shorter, and we're just going to stick it through. And like I said, we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to get as close to the spine of this swag as we possibly can, okay? So get it through to the spine, find that arm of our branch, of our Pic, and tie it in, okay? Again, this is going to give volume to our swag, and also just more of a, you know, just kind of a fuller look. All right, so we're just gonna do that all the way through our swag. Make sure that you grab some of the arm of that Pic, so that way it's in there really good, and it's not going to go anywhere. We're going to definitely use the pine twists, but I'm also going to glue where I've twisted that pine. Okay, so go ahead and, like I said, open it up, fan out our Pic pieces. Want them fanned out. Let's cut some of the bottom. All right, and we're just going to follow the shape of the swag. All right, so get it in there, get it under the arm, find a twist, and twist that bad boy in there. Again, this is just extra security for our base. All right, so I'm going to continue to do that, and we'll be right back. All right, so here's the finished, well, just the finished part of the design where we added the flock Pics. So next, what we want to do is glue in where we tied our Pics at. So anywhere we tied, go ahead and just add a dollop of glue. It just adds a little bit more security within the design, so nothing falls out. And through time, all the shuffling around of the wreath and putting it in and out of boxes and storage, it can come, you know, eventually come apart. So we want to definitely make sure that we've glued where we've secured our Pic, okay? So always keep that in mind. Even though it's tied, you definitely want to glue that tie. Okay, so make sure we get that extra support in our design. And I used a total of about 9 picks in this, of those flock picks, okay? All right, so next what I wanna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add our Santa. So our biggest focal point goes first. So this is the top of our swag, and this is the bottom, and I'm gonna secure him in there just like so. All right, and I wanna make sure that we don't lose the beauty of this bell and his hat. So I'm gonna try to, it's got a wire in it, so I wanna try to make sure that that's seen. But the question is how are we going to secure him to our base? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a zip tie through underneath his beard, so it'll be around his neck. And I'm also gonna do one around his legs, underneath his coat, so you won't be able to see it. So we just need one leg, just to make sure he's secure from the top to the bottom, okay? So we'll just run the zip tie through his neck. So, come out the other side. So you can see that we have it through his neck, in his beard. All right. And we want to secure this zip tie to the spine of the swag. Okay. So let's make sure we get him in there good and secure. And I'm using a long zip tie, so that way it goes all the way around. All right. Make sure you got him where you want him. It's nice and good in there, nice and snug. Make sure we can see his hat. I'll fix that eventually. And then we want to go through one of his legs. So bring that around. Let's see. Spine of our base. Sure you can't see it. So. It's not as easy as it appears. You gotta make sure you get it right around the spine. So that's where I'm fighting. Bear with me. We're gonna get it around there, you guys. His coat is in the way. Lift up just a little bit. Alrighty. Got him. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Nice and secure. All right, so y'all can see where I got him around the spine of our, well, that one's not, but it's most around the branches, which is fine. He's in there. He's not going anywhere. Nice and stable, okay? All right. And we're gonna cut off some of these also, and what I'm gonna do, what I usually do is I add some felt on the back for areas where I feel like some of our picks are sticking out, so it doesn't scratch our customer's door or your door. You're making this for yourself. All right, and I'll vacuum him off when we're said and done. All right, so that's a good start. So then I thought, you know what? What I could do is, let's make sure we're adjusting pretty well up here. I like the bells on him because when you open and you close your door during the holidays, you'll have some bells chiming from your wreath. I think that's really cool because he's got this whole set of bells here and he has a bell in his hat. It's really cute. All right, so what I want to do is give him a platform. So one of the things I thought I would do is have him stand on our gem and have it just like that. I think that would be so pretty and would just add some flair to our design. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off this piece. And so it has this little hook area here. So I'm just going to put a zip tie through it and secure it onto our base and glue his feet on as well. So let's do that first and zip tie it. Use a black zip tie. So we're going to put the zip tie through, run it through the base, the spine of our swag. Get in there really good. And to stabilize it, we're going to glue it to his feet. All right, so let's do this. It's not as easy as it looks, huh, guys? So let's get it through. Got a vision, got to make it happen. Make it work. There we go. Zip tie first. Now, the gem. Let's get that in there first. Sorry, guys. 5 hours later, we're gonna get him in here. This is gonna work. This vision is going to happen today. All right. Maybe I need a longer zip tie. I don't know. All right, there we go. Oh, I think my nails are in the way. But I did burn my fingers earlier today, so on glue. So my fingers are definitely hurting right now. All right, gotcha. Got you where I want you. All right, cool. All right, so in order for me to get it where I want it, I definitely need to glue his feet to the gem. All right, so we're gonna do that as well. Perfect. All right. So let's get his feet glued. Alright, so we're going to hold it there so it's a stick. Okay. Give it a little pressure. Okay. Add a little bit more glue just to give it some more sticking quality. Don't be afraid to give pressure. Don't be afraid to make sure that he's on, you know, whatever you're trying to glue is glued securely, okay? So, trust your glue. That's something I have to tell myself as well. Trust your glue. All right. Okay. I think we're good there. If we need to add more, we can. All right. Okay, perfect. Looks good. All right, so next thing I want to do is I want to add my green ferns. So I want to have these going around our Santa as well. So it's going to go all the way around him. And so what I want to do is I want to use the full pick. I don't want to tear it apart like I usually do. I want this full pick because I want the whole, just give it a really pretty texture, have it shine, give it that regal volume that I'm looking for in this particular Santa, okay? In this particular design. All right, so let's go ahead and start adding our picks around him, and we're going to glue them in as well as tie them in. So we'll start, let's go ahead and start at the bottom. All right, so go ahead and get, let's cut it down just a little bit more because I don't want to cover up our flock pieces. I want those to come through as well. So we'll stick them through, find some pine ties, and tie it in where we can. All right, cut some more as close to the bottom as you possibly can. And then when you put them through the bottom, it kind of elongates the bottom a little bit. So that kind of gives it that extra longness of it. And like I said, again, we are using our 30-inch swag base, but adding these extra picks gives it more length and fullness. So our base is pretty much that, what it is. It's a base, okay? So I'm going to keep adding throughout. We'll be right back. Okay, so I've added all the green sparkly ferns around our Santa from top to bottom. So you can see the bottom, you can also see the top. All right, so he's covered, making sure that we can still see some of the flock pieces, our flock that we did, and you can always push them through, kind of like what I'm doing right now, just so we can make sure we get all of the greenery and the pretty picks coming through. So it looks like he's laying in a bed of Christmas. I love this. This is turning out really, really pretty. All right, so we got all kinds of Christmas going on our Santa. Why not, right? This is Santa. He needs to be Christmassy. He should be laying in a bed of Christmas. All right. What we're going to do next is make the bow, and we're going to use this very pretty emerald green ribbon, and it has these beautiful gold jewels on it. And again, this came from Craftex, but it was like in a bag full of ribbon, which were already cut. And so I got like a pretty good deal on the ribbon, and this is the bag ribbon that I got. So it had that regal green, and it had all these beautiful other greens, and look at this pretty green right here. So it's like they had extra ribbon left over, and it was 75% off that whole bag of ribbon. And most likely this ribbon is Fair Silk, which is a really good brand, high quality brand of ribbon. This is a 4-inch ribbon. All right, so we don't need to have a lot of loops. We're gonna make 2 loops. We're gonna have, make about a 6-inch tail. We want 2 tails, and well, we'll make an 8-inch tail. So we'll make about an 8-inch tail. All right, so bring it down, twist it. It's very thick, good quality. All right, and then we're going to make a 6-inch loop on each side. Using this particular green, and we're going to add another color as well, but I just wanted to go ahead and start here with the green. Get 2 6-inch loops, 2 8-inch tails. All right. And then we're going to add this really pretty red and gold on top. So this one is not wired, so which is fine. It should lay perfectly well on top as well. So we're going to do this one a little smaller. We'll do about a 5-inch loop on the top. Make sure we twist it. Let's see, okay. And twist, 5 inches, and about the same amount in our tail. Twist the tail. All right. There's a tie. So we're going to do more with the ribbon. This is just the starting point. And I'm going to put this at the base of our spot, of our design. Okay. All right, get that zip tie around there. Okay, should be this complicated. All right, there we go. All right, just pull it just around. All right, so let's fluff it out. This is really gonna bring out the green and gold and our Santa and his coat. I love this. I love this deep red that's in this ribbon, the gold and red. So pretty. All right, bring our tails around. There we go. So one thing that I do want to do is cover up the zip tie. So I'll take a piece of my thinnest ribbon and fold it. All right, gather it together. Put it in the center so we cover up that zip tie and it completes our bow like that. All right. But before I make it tight, I'm going to use a larger zip tie because I need this to go through the base of our swag. So let's get that through there. Come on. All right, there we go. Now let's tie it tight. All right, double tie it. Want that nice and secure. Trim those ends. Trim that extra piece of the zip tie that secured the bow. All right, so now we have this beautiful bow. Whoops. All right, and it's gonna go at the end of our Santa. Let me go ahead and dovetail the bow. Go ahead and add our bow. All right, so now we got our bow. Let's go ahead and add it to, I want to put it down here, but I'm also going to add some cascading ribbon down our Santa, but I want to go ahead and get this bow really down here at the bottom, just kind of give it that extra pizzazz. So we're gonna tie it around, or zip tie it around our branches of our base. Get it in there, nice and secure. So it's perfectly, you know, give it that special look on the bottom. One thing because we could have also have used pipe cleaner, but zip ties to me just gives it the extra security. It's not going anywhere. It's in there. It's in there for years until you cut it off, right? So for those of you who have used zip ties, you know it's the best thing ever. Zip ties, pipe cleaners, wire would have worked as well. So, all right. All right, so we got the bow in there. Look how pretty it is. All right, so have those tails hanging down at the bottom. Give it the extra regal look that we're looking for the Santa, because he does stand out. All right, so he's got some tails. All right, so next thing I want to do is I want to add some of the ribbon at the top and just kind of cascade it down. So, or do I want to do that? I don't know. Maybe add a ribbon to the top. Let's add a bow to the top. I think that'll work. Let's make another bow. I'm going to make another bow and we'll be right back. So the next bow that I created, same bow. We got one on the top, one on the bottom. One on the bottom, I'm going to add one to the top. So I don't want to put it on top because that looks kind of weird. So I'm going to add it to the side of him. I could either add it to this side or this side. I think I like this side. So, and I don't want to cover up his face, or, you know, I want the bows to be more of a, you know, just kind of add that embellishment that's needed. All right, so I already got the zip tie on, so let me go ahead and add our bow to our base. All right. Okay, perfect. All right. So, alrighty. Pull it taut. Get it around one of our sprays. All right, there we go. Have the tails coming down like this. All right. Okay, there we go. So it's in there. It's on there. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit because I don't want it to cover up his face at all. All right, so let's cut this down a little bit. We get the gist of the ribbon. And now it's just more for beautification. Just to add that pop. The ribbon is so significant in your designs. It just kind of sets it off, gives it that beautiful appeal to your design overall. All right, so we have pieces down here. I'm just gonna dovetail. All right, have that, and then have this one streaming down. I'm gonna tuck it in a little bit. Find a pine piece to tie it in, to tuck it in, just to kind of have it fan out a little bit, cascade down rather, and add, dovetail that, and it kind of goes down the side like that. All right, and then I think what I'll do, all right, I think that's it. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, so you know what? I think I do want to use this French horn, so I'm gonna put him in there so it sits in there like on him just like that. So we're gonna use our ties, our pine ties. Make sure we get it in there nice and secure. Some final pine tie. All right. Get it secured in there really good. So it looks like it's just sitting in there like that. Okay. All right. We're gonna add some more embellishments. All right. So now I want to embellish him and add some Christmas ornaments around him because he needs to be full of Christmas, right? So I have these pretty ornaments, so I'm going to make clusters out of them. So basically you take a piece of wire, run it through the tops in one. Sorry about that. It's got to thread like a needle, but I wanted to also add a tip that I do. All right, so one thing that I do is to secure the tops of the ornament that you use to hook on your hooks. I glue that on. That way it stays secure because we all know that these can come off. So I add a little bit of glue around the caps of them. And just give them a chance to dry. All right, just blow it. So once they're dry, then it gives it a little bit more security, so they're not going to fall off. So it allows you to use the actual hooks or the actual, you know, the tops of our ornaments. So we just use the wire, twist it. Let's let it dry a little bit. Twist it. All right, and then we have a cluster to use. And basically all we have to do is stick it through our base. And we have some ornaments to use to hang down from our Santa. All right, so we're gonna do that. And then I will also wanted to add these clusters because it has the gold and the red and the green. These also came from Hobby Lobby. So I'm gonna add one up here by his face. Kind of give it a little bit more Christmas look there. And I want to also add one to the bottom. So the entire color scheme is traditional Christmas. We have the red, the green, the gold, and our Santa is definitely being garnished in Christmas. So we'll add one down here. I think that'll be really pretty. Kind of get it through our French horn, just like that. I'll just have it hanging down the other way. Just turn it the other way. There we go. Just like that. So we'll have that there. And I think I want to add just maybe one more cluster ornaments. Let's do this. So this one is with the balls ornaments, and I'm going to glue the caps as well. Let's just kind of give you guys a visual of what I'm working with, and we'll add this through here, just like that. So that cluster will be right there. And I think that will complete our Santa. All right, so let me go ahead and finish these off, and we'll be right back. All right, everyone, we have our finished product. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm covered in glitter. All right, here we go. So you get the full view. How pretty is our Santa? He's sitting in his Christmas background, sitting in his wreath, nice and fluffy and elegant and regal. I just love it. What do y'all think? Check them out. All right. All right, this was exciting to make. I was so excited. I think that French horn turned out really pretty. It just adds a little bit of extra touch to our Santa. All right, everyone, this was fun making. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for those who are already subscribers. I hope you like this tutorial. And thanks for wreathing with me.